If you need some coins to add some ballers to your team, make sure you go ahead and check out mutreserve.com. Fast service, great rates, no need to rely on pack luck. Get yourself some coins, buy the players you want, use code SPREE at checkout for 15% off.
What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having another fantastic day today. You can call me Spree and welcome back to another video. Today I want to go ahead and break down a couple of ways that you can try players in Madden Ultimate Team without having to buy them. Now I know some of you guys are going to be like me, you're running a little low on coins. That shouldn't hold you back from trialing some of the best cards in the game. I know a lot of people are recommending particular players. You want to be able to try them out without spending all of the coins to try them, add them to your team, your scheme, see how they work, see if they work out for you. Let's talk about a few ways that you can go ahead and trial out some of these glitchy players without having to invest a lot of coins. Before we get into it, I do want to say that these types of videos are just another way for you to look at different aspects of the game. Now, I know some of you might be new to the game. I know some of you will be veterans. You've been playing Madden for years. I'm hoping these types of videos will be able to provide value for every type of person. If they do help you out, definitely consider popping down, hitting that subscribe button down below. If you like the video, hit that like button as well. That's going to be everything from me. Let's get into it. As you can see, top right corner, we're sitting on around 80,000 coins. That is not much at all. We're definitely in that hashtag poor boys club, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't be stopping ourselves from trying to pick up some of the best cards in the game, at least being able to try them out and see how they play for us. So the first way to kind of get a free trial of players in Madden Ultimate Team is to go ahead and play challenges. Now let's be honest, they're not the most exciting things to do in the world, but you do build up coins, you do pick up packs, you do pick up players, and one of the other aspects that I don't think people talk about enough with challenges is you actually get a chance to play with a lot of the best cards from particular promos. If we look at something like the Legend solo sequences, you can see that there's something for tokens that's going to enable you to pick up a free random boss legend player after you play out all these challenges. But we've also got these challenges that reward you with power-ups. Now, last week I went ahead and picked up Bo Jackson. We added him to the team. You go in, you do his challenge, but while you're doing this challenge, you actually get the boss version of Bo Jackson to try out. I'm not 100% sure what his going rate is at the moment, probably 700k, 800k. A lot of people might not have that amount of coins to spend on a player. You probably want to spread it around your team, but if you do want to try this guy out and see how glitchy it is, come and play the challenge. A challenge like this isn't particularly difficult. It is full game, so you are going to get a chance to play with him a little bit. You're going to be able to run the ball, see how he catches out of the backfield. You're obviously going to get the power up from doing it, so you can sell that or you can add him to your team. You also get a few coins, so there's a lot of extra benefits from doing something like this, but you get your chance to try out a card that's going to cost you 700, 800,000 coins without putting a cent into the game, without spending any coins. Just a little bit of time to trial it out. I think that is a really good way to try out some of these cards, especially these high price cards that you might want to add to your team. Now for Legends, they're going to be dropping challenges for those power-ups each week, which means you can get a chance to try out their full boss legend each week as it comes out. See if you want to add them to the team. The same thing happens when we get new promos into the game as well. So we've got superstar MVPs, we've got all these challenges, star power, more stars, searching for stars, etc. For this particular sequence, you get a chance to try out some of the superstar MVP Masters. So you've got Lamar Jackson. I think if we go down a little bit further, there we go, Tyron Matthew. You get the chance to try out some of the Masters, just see how glitchy they are, see if you want to add them to your team. And even if you go check out a different sequence, we've got Tyler Lockett here, you've got Preston Smith, you get to trial out these players if you want to. So as new promos come out throughout the year, you're going to be able to do solo challenges and see if you like the new cards that have dropped. That is going to be cool. We're going to get hopefully a lot more promos throughout the year. I know it has been slow so far, but this is going to be a really good chance to try out the players before you really invest coins in them. That being said though, not all challenges are going to give you the chance to trial some players from particular promos. Now using Team Affinity as an example, when you jump into it, we've got Team Builders, we've got Team Diamonds. I don't believe you actually get to play with the players that you might be able to pick up from this promo. I believe using the Team Diamonds as an example, you actually play against those players, so you're on the opposite side of the ball. At this time of the year, Team Diamond cards are particularly glitchy. They're definitely amongst the best cards in the game, especially on the defensive side of the ball. If you want to go ahead and play with some of those guys, let's go ahead and talk about another game mode that you can do so. One quick little side note, I am very hopeful that this year we will get a Madden Ultimate Team practice mode, so instead of using the normal practice mode with regs players, you're going to get the chance to use your own particular team. Now, with the MCS tournaments all being in Madden Ultimate Team, I fully expect this to be a thing so people can be labbing, getting ready for tournaments. I don't don't know if they're going to give you the chance to trial out any player. Maybe it's just going to be sticking to the players that you have on your team, but that could be a really good addition to trial players. Definitely keep an eye out for that. I'm hopeful, very hopeful that we get something from that later in the year. Now, the other way to go ahead and trial out players without investing a bunch of coins is, of course, going into the MUT Draft. Now, I know a lot of people come into MUT Draft for the rewards early in the year. They do give pretty decent rewards, so it's a good way to build up your coin stack, get a little bit better at the game. As you can see, you get packs. If you do the premium draft, so 15,000 coins, those are the rewards you get. They're pretty good right there. Even if you don't win any games, you're pretty much getting your value back. And with those Hail Mary packs, if you get a power up, a good value one, you can definitely make some profit out of it. Looking at the standard draft, 9,000 coins to enter, so slightly lower cost of entry, slightly lower prizes as well, but definitely a good chance to build up some coins if you haven't tried out MUT Draft before. Just in case you've never played MUT Draft, this game mode is kind of tournament style. You go and you get the chance to make selections out of a series of players, and over a series of rounds as well, you're able to build up your team. So say for a particular round, you get 3 different players to choose from. You pick the player that you want to most add to your team, and after a certain amount of rounds, I think it's about 22 rounds, that is going to round out and be the team that you're going to be able to take into this game mode. This game mode is updated throughout the year, so there are going to be new promos, new players added constantly, but at the moment, Team Diamonds and Team Builders, which aren't part of challenges, you can't try them out in challenges, they are a part of MUT Draft. So if there's guys in those particular promos that you want to add to your team, that you want to trial out first, this is how you're going to do that. Jumping in to check out the ranked draft options. Now 15,000 coins, 9,000 coins. We just checked out the rewards. This is going to be against other players. So you're going to be able to build up your team. You're going to trial them out, pretty much put them straight into the fire, see how they play. If you play pretty well, you'll get the chance to try these guys out for a series of games. That might be enough to decide whether you need to pick them up for your Madden Ultimate Team, or if you've had enough and you think they are not the move for you to add to your squad. If we go ahead and check out the solo draft, as you can see, single elimination. If you lose, you're out, but solo versus CPU. Now, we play the CPU. The CPU is obviously a lot easier to beat. Looking at the rewards, they're not as good as the rewards when you play against other players online. But if you're looking for an easy way that doesn't cost too much to enter, to try out a bunch of new players and probably get some good rewards out of it at the end, this is probably what I'm going to suggest. So jumping into solo draft, just to give you an example, 9,000 coins to enter. You win 3 games against the CPU. That isn't going to take too long, and that's going to be pretty easy. You're going to make your coins back, plus you'll get a few extra packs as well. When you jump into the draft, this is kind of what it looks like, right? You get the chance to try some new players. Let's say, all right, maybe Teron Armstead might be a good left tackle. Let's try him out. Let's see how he holds up against the CPU. I've heard a lot of good things about Rich Gannon. He's a glitchy QB from what people are saying. Maybe I want to try him out, see if he would be a good addition to the team. And then you're just going to keep going through like this.
A few moments later.
All right, now I've skipped through most of the draft. We are onto round 21, and this is when you start getting guaranteed really good players. Now, I hear a lot of good things about someone like Warwick Dunn, Dante Hall, nice and fast as well. So let's say I wanted to go ahead and try out Warwick Dunn. This is going to be such an easy way to try out some of these players. All these 3 that we get in the final round, actually, these are 3 guys I want to try out. I've heard a lot about Adalius Thomas with edge threat. Dre Bly is apparently really glitchy as a man corner. Asante Samuel is another glitchy corner as well. So this wasn't too much to invest coins into try out these players. If I want to spend time to make sure I don't lose coins, I'll play a few games. I'll get those coins back really, really easily. Let's say Asante Samuel is the guy. I know he's going for 300,000 coins plus at the moment. I can play a few games, see how he plays, and then if I like him, I'm going to go ahead and add him to my team. Now, I got to be honest, I wasn't paying too much attention to the guys I was drafting. I just wanted to be able to provide an example, but we did get a couple of guys that I'd be interested to try out. I'm personally not going to go ahead and play against the CPU. I prefer the challenge, the competitiveness of the ranked draft, but this just goes to show how easy it is to pick up and try a bunch of new players. Now, obviously, you don't have the option, the free range to pick up anyone, but this is going to be a way to build up coins, build up packs, and trial some new players you might want to add to your team. I've just gone ahead and quit out with that team. We did pick up a quick sell, we picked up a new Hail Mary pack, but these are some of the rewards that you get from trying out ranked draft. So while you're trialing out players as well, you could be making quite a lot of coins if you are getting pretty decent at the game. Some of the competition is pretty tough, but it can be a lot of fun. It's a good way to build up your scheme. And I think that's probably going to be about it for today. That was a few different ways that you can go ahead and trial out players in Madden Ultimate Team without investing a bunch of coins, sinking a lot of coins into picking up that player, trying them out before you buy, essentially. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I do want to try to frame things, think about different game modes in Madden Ultimate Team in a slightly different way, so you're maximizing the value that you can get from each of them. And I think this is one particular way you can make the most of challenges and the MUT Draft. If you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed the content, definitely consider popping down, hitting that subscribe button down below. Make sure you go ahead and hit that like button as well. But yeah, that is going to be it for today, folks. Thank you very much for coming through. I really do hope this helped in some fashion. Take it easy, everyone. You can call me Spree, and we out.